Welcome back to Nettie's Down Under. We're part 2 of the State Library in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Look at the roof. Wow. And around. And around. Look at that roof. Isn't that an amazing roof? Now,
The one I had to cancel.
The original Google? This is the original Google.
It was the botanical. He's
Original
right.
Google.
The original Google that we used as children, if you're my age. Right. Now, we was told by one of the workers that Ned Kelly's armour was up there. So we found it, and we're actually walking up towards it. Look at the bearing. Look at the floor. Right. Now, Ned Kelly wore this armour to protect himself being shot back in the 18th century. Now, Ned Kelly was hanged in the Melbourne jail in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. This is his armour.
Very definitely one of the bullets.
Look at it, yeah, you can see some of the bullet holes, can't you?
The people are playing with still cap shoes.
Yep. His shoe, his gun. Now,
How can you see?
I don't know, it says here, trying to see, the sniper airfield, it was 0.57 caliber long rifle belonging to Ned Kelly before 1880, so that's his armour. The boot that Ned Kelly wore between 1870 to 1880, and the armour he worn by Ned Kelly at the siege of Glenrowan on the 28th of June 1880. So, man, there's a lot of history of this dude. Now, the other thing too he did do is a country town called Georgia in New South Wales. He'd robbed a bank. Now that letter is still in Georgia. In Georgia also is the original stables, the original places where they put him in. So if you ever come to Australia, Georgia in New South Wales, there's a place you can walk along the township and you can actually see the history of Ned Kelly. Now I know a lot of people may think, oh yeah, you're not right, but I am right. But his real name wasn't Ned. His real name was Edward Nedwood Kelly. Was the most Victoria's most famous bushranger. He led a group of outlaws, which he did, known as the Kelly Gang in the 18th century. Half of the Kelly Gang is actually buried in Georgia Cemetery in unmarked named graves.
You've got to find them.
Yeah, it's hard to find. There are 4, I was told. Yep. So he was naughty boy. But his bury now is concreted at Glenrowan.
What's that here?
Yep, they concreted it and it's right down at the bottom, concrete and all.
What,
His body is.
why people might dig it up?
Yeah, in case people dig it up. I'll just keep going a little bit slower, just in case you want to read up on it. So, about his armour, Ned Kelly's armour was the defining part of the story. Details were why, how it was worn as into his, things important design to help to ensure his icon culture status. All 4 members of the Kelly Gang, Ned, his brother Dan, and their families, Joe Byrne and Steve Hart, wore armour suits in their final conflict with the police at Glenrowan in June 1880. Under the armour, Ned Kelly wore a green silk sash, awarded to him as a child rescuing his younger brother from drowning. So he could have done the right thing, but he ended up being a naughty man.
Choices.
I don't know. Choices people make back in the days. Now, the other story I heard, that they rode their horses from Georgia to Glenrowan back in the days. All right, everyone. If you're interested in knowing about Ned Kelly, look it up on Google and you'll learn a lot more. All right, everyone. Catch you later. Bye.